Good morning everybody, we have made it to Friday. Now then, we have got a really early start this morning. I'm just sorting out all my bits and bobs there. We are off to Heap Bridge, which is out near Bury, and we need to be there for 6 o'clock this morning. So time now is just gone 2 o'clock. And we shall be on our way very shortly. We just need to go and get some paperwork and then connect up to the trailer, and then we can make our way to Heap Bridge. Okay then, so we're all connected up, the trailer is on, everything is secure, and we're on our way to Heap Bridge. So we're at Rushden at the moment in Northamptonshire. We're just coming out of RPC containers. We need to be up there for 6 o'clock, and it's just over 3 hours from here, so it's going to be I'll do it in one job if possible. And at the moment we are saying, just going to turn this light down a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. At the moment we are saying 6 o'clock.
Go around the roundabout
Destination.
and take the 5th exit, A45.
Spin round at the roundabout down the bottom here, back up towards the A6, and follow the road through back to the motorway. It all depends on roadworks and everything. It depends whether it's going to send us up the M6 or the M1. But either way, by the time we've been round this roundabout made way up the road, usually we manage to catch a few minutes, so I'd expect us to be at Heap Bridge for 6 o'clock, no problems really, as long as I can stay awake long enough.
A45.
If not, we just pull over, find a lay-by or a services, get my head down for 15 minutes. Simple as that. I'm afraid my life and your life on the road is far more precious than a few pallets. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at working out a balance. So there's only one thing for it now then, and that is to plonk some decent tunes on and get myself settled in for a bit of a long journey. And it's absolutely pitch dark outside. Nice and clear though, so we will leave you to sleep. We'll let your 7:30 alarm clocks go off. By the time your alarm clock's gone off, with a bit of luck I'd have made my first delivery. was thinking actually, I had a question the other day. How fast do you go when you're empty or full? Or when the roads are dry, or when the roads are wet?
And take the first
I suppose
exit,
this is as
A14
good a time as any
towards
to
Rothwell. Go left on the roundabout
have a conversation
and
about
take
that.
the first exit.
We're turning left here. Now I've got a full load, but all I'm carrying is empty containers. So I would think I probably weigh about 18 tons empty with this trailer on. And I probably weigh about 19 and a half tons fully loaded with all these empty containers on. It's not always the way, because obviously sometimes you have a full load and you end up weighing 44 tons. So it's very difficult to give a definitive answer to how fast you go when you're loaded or unloaded. You have to gauge it on so many factors, and also your ability. So at the moment we are flat out, it's a dry road. I've got a pretty empty truck, although it's fully loaded. There's no particular weight on there. You have to ensure that you've got plenty of room to do anything that you want to do. This is a dual carriageway, we're allowed to do 60 miles an hour. I'm limited to 56. So I keep an eye on everything that's going on around me. See what other truckers are doing. And the thing is, we don't know how long these other trucks have been on the road. We don't know what kind of start they had. Maybe they're getting towards the end of their shift. Maybe they've just started their shift. You know, maybe they were out last night. Maybe they weren't out last night. There's so much to take into consideration. And it's also the mentality of other road users. They're keeping an eye on what they're doing. I mean, I've just overtaken this lorry, and it was going fairly slow when I first started to overtake it. And now he's obviously woken up to the fact that I've overtaken him, and has decided to stand his ground and has just sat right on the back of me. And it's this type of thing that you've really got to watch out for. You know, why he just doesn't back off a little bit. Now obviously, for me to draw alongside him, see, this has now made it difficult for this other vehicle in front, because I'm now catching him up very, very slowly. And the other vehicle has now dropped back. The one behind me has dropped back and tailed right off again. So he was obviously having a bit of a moment of madness, and this is where accidents happen, people, because you overtake a vehicle, and unless you're watching your mirrors like a hawk, you can predict without looking at your mirrors when you've passed that vehicle based on the speed that they were travelling at when you started your overtaking manoeuvre. So if I hadn't been checking my mirrors, I would have said, yeah, okay, I'm in now, and I'd have just pulled in. But the fact is, he was still sat right on my back doors, sped up to try and prevent me completing my overtaking manoeuvre. And Mr. Maritime here that we've just overtaken, I'm watching out for him moving over a lane. I've now got a car on the side of me, but see, his driving's completely different. He's actually backed off a little bit, and I anticipate that he's just going to pull in behind me. Yeah, there he goes. So he's looking at everything that's around him. I'm just going to give him a quick couple of indicators to say thank you. So that one lorry that we overtook had created 2 or 3 problems there that could have caused potentially a bit of an accident. Now I know that maybe sounds a bit, oh, here he goes. if you're fairly new to driving these things, if you're not as conscious of your mirrors as maybe I am, or other people that have driven large vehicles for a long period of time. I mean, I've driven big stuff around for most of my life. I started off with the recovery trucks when I was 18 or 19, and I'm now 40 something, 48, 49, something like that. So a good 30 years of driving large vehicles. And these trucks have got bigger and bigger as I've got older. I started out with the vans and 7.5 tons. We had a couple of trucks that were plated. They were class 2, but they took all weight off and turned them into 7.5 ton trucks. We used them for picking cars up and stuff like that up on the motorway. We used to patrol A74 up on the Scottish borders. There was breakdowns and accidents. Then obviously with the coaches, and now onto the lorries. But if you've gone from a car licence straight and done your rigid, your category C, your class 3, class 2, and then gone on to doing your class 1, then maybe your mirror checking isn't quite on par with somebody like myself that's done it for years on end. But you soon realise, you soon learn that actually driving these things is probably 80–85% looking in your mirror, looking behind you, seeing what's going on. So we trundle away at 54, 55, 56 miles an hour, but we've got traffic coming up behind us that are maybe doing 80 and 90 miles an hour. And things just happen very, very quickly. So there is no real rule for how fast you should or shouldn't go. You adapt your speed and you adapt your driving to the conditions around you. And you maintain a level of knowing what's going on around you the whole time you're driving. Things happen in front of you, things happen behind you, and things happen at the very last minute. But what I like about this job is just the sheer variety. The variety of how people drive. And as time goes on, you pretty much develop a bit of a sixth sense. Try saying that until I'm looking at one. So a quick check down at the girl sat nav there. Just open the bottom of the car, that was sweet. Our ETA is now 5:59. The A14. This is the A14, 16 miles away from the big motorway junction. Catthorne, that's the word I was looking for. We've pretty much still got the road to ourselves. There's not a lot to worry about. And just as a stark reminder about things that can go wrong was the accident last week where a lorry in the early hours of the morning came across the central reservation no longer with us. So yes, the roads can be very quiet, but they can also be, well, quite deadly at the same time. So you have to be expected, or you have to keep an eye on everything that's going on around you and expect the unexpected. That was the phrase I was looking for. Expect the unexpected. Develop that sixth sense. And do the best just to keep yourself safe. Now yes, if the road was wet, then it's a completely different ballgame. Your braking distance from the vehicle in front needs to be much greater. And if you are fully loaded, you need to be very aware of weight transfer and traction, and any movement you make, if you're fully loaded, that load will fight back. Especially if you've got a live load, like if you're carrying bottled water or liquid of some description. If you're not in a tanker that's fitted with baffles that counteracts the movement of the liquid, if you're just in a curtain sider or a rigid side truck, that water always travels in the opposite direction. So when you're coming down to a roundabout and the road's wet and greasy, you've really got to have your wits about you, because as you brake, all that weight is now pushing forwards on you, trying to make you keep going. And this, my dears, is why you see so many lorries on their sides on roundabouts, where I would say a good 90% of the time drivers have just gone in a bit too quick and the weight has transferred. Before you know it, you're sideways on. Just need to slow down a little bit. And of course the other 10% is where something's happened. The driver's been cut up, had to swerve, had to slap the brakes on. And it's all to do with weight transfer at the end of the day. It's all to do with how the weight of the vehicle changes, how the weight inside the vehicle changes. It's all about the centre of gravity. The centre of gravity in an Arctic is so much higher than what it is in a coach. You see coaches barreling around corners. All the weight is fairly low down in a coach. You've got all the luggage, the engine, the running gear, everything's quite low down. But in an Arctic, things are changing a bit, and the centre of gravity has gone down a little bit. But more often than not, you've got a lot of weight high up, and if your pallets have been double stacked in the back, then it still changes your centre of gravity and lifts it up. If you think your centre of gravity, if it's low down to the ground, it's harder to push you over. But if your centre of gravity is higher up, then you're more liable to fall over. So you've just got to be very, very conscious of. Oh, there we go, folks. We are 2 hours into the journey. Still got another hour and a bit to go. Still on for 6 o'clock. The sun's starting to come up now. Bit of redness in the sky. Not a bad journey so far. Traffic's starting to get a bit busier now. So far so good. Fingers crossed. Should still be there for 6 o'clock. normally, and probably for the last couple of weeks, I've been banging on about I like to have a 15-minute break on the way to my first drop. That pretty much applies to multi-drop kind of jobs. This is just one load that's going to Heatbridge, and I know there's ample space to park up, so I don't really have any concerns about taking a 45 when I get there. Normally when we get in, we normally get straight in and on a bay. We have to go and book in, and then usually, because we're the first one of the day, normally they just send us round and onto the bay. It's normally about an hour to get unloaded. Then we can go and park at the top of the compound, get a 45 in, and then it's up to the gods what we do from there. Let's see what happens. Listening to my favourite album all the way up here this morning. It's yeah, it might be a bit sad, but it's Starlight Express. Loved it right the way from when I was a young whippersnapper. Been to see the show in London, the original show. It's one of them albums that just keeps you going, and I've pretty much worked perfect on it as well over the years, listening away. I know once the album's finished, I'm almost there. Anything at all to get you through the dark hours. Anything to make the time go a bit quicker. So we're 2 hours into the journey, got nearly an hour and a half left to go. So we've passed the halfway mark. I don't know what Mr. B&Q man's doing. Seems to get windery-wandery. No real reason for it to be straddling the two lanes. It's quite a quiet road, so why not? Keeps you out the ditches. Just a bit strange, really. Each to their own. Anyway, we'll go and do a bit more. We'll catch up in a bit. That's the first job of the day done here at Tetrasil at Heatbridge. I'm just on a 45 at the minute. We're about 15 minutes in. Time now is just before 7 o'clock, so we'll give the office a ring in a bit, see what they want us to do next. As we mentioned before, because we started at 2 this morning, we have to be finished no later than 5 o'clock. So that's quite nice for a weekend, finish at 5 on a Friday. It's been a while since that's actually happened. So I think I'm going to get my head down for half an hour, have a snooze, and then we'll find out what we're doing after that. So 10 to 7. I bet for some of you guys your alarm clock's just going off. Morning all. Was going to have a snooze, but here comes one of our guys, Grandad. I think he's coming up for a bit of a chinwag, I think. Right, well that's me 45 over and done with. So we're just plumbing in Kellogg's into the sat-nav. Get the engine started. Shut my door. So as we are away out of here. It's not far to Kellogg's. It's only 15 miles or so.
Your destination
Be there in half an hour.
7:51.
Come out of this place and hand the paperwork back in. They've just built this little bit of road here, which makes life a lot easier, especially because you can get a bit of a break in and not disturb anybody. And we have to hope now we don't meet anybody coming the opposite way around the corners. This is Tetrasil. You've probably heard of them, a big company. This is kind of the bit that nobody gets to see. And all we've done here is delivered some empty containers. Myself around this bit. You Mr. Van Driver, although you might need to just pull over a little bit. Can you? Leave his mirrors where they are. Perfect. Sometimes they come and meet us and take the paperwork, and other times we have to get out. We'll see what happens when we get up here. I'd imagine I might have to get out. We'll make it easy. Open the gate, that might make life a bit easier for us. There she goes. Oh, and that's it. We are out of here.
Bear left, Bridgehall Lane. Bear left.
We've nearly come to fisticuffs on this road a few times. I always try. And give way when I can. But once you've pulled out and gone, there's not a lot you can do about it. You've just got to keep going. Yep, I was waiting for the cyclist. You can't win sometimes. Too late, mate. Too late. You have to go back. Light thank you and a smile and a little wave. It's almost as if it's a burden for the cars to go back. They'd far rather those blooming great Arctics go backwards, but the trouble with that is it's a left-hand reverse back into where we've just come out from, and you can't see a thing when you reverse to the left. So it's it's
At
easy
the end
for
of
us
the road,
once we've committed
turn
onto
left,
that road just to keep
N66,
going.
Then cross the roundabout and take the third exit towards Liverpool.
Anyway, it's a bit dull and boring from here to Kellogg's, so we'll leave you with it for now, and we'll see you once we get to Kellogg's. Oh, what a difference a couple of hours makes. Still on our way to Kellogg's, but 7:45 in the morning, and just a short while ago we had pretty much all these roads just to ourselves. Another reason why I'm quite happy just to come out early in the morning. You don't have to sit in this little lot. And we're on the M60 heading towards the Trafford Centre. Kellogg's is literally next door to the Trafford Centre, so we'll just follow the signs pretty much all the way in, just to the last bit. And then it's every man for himself, just about. Busy times. us at the end of another week's of madness and mayhem. We're Friday, 11:45, just about back to Warwick. Quite a busy day really, 10 hours or so. I'm hoping they won't find anything else to do once I get back, but you never know. I've still got a couple of hours left, so they could ask me to do a job if they wanted to. So we'll see when we get in, but just in case, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Hope you've all stayed safe out there this week. Make sure you get yourselves back home, for those of you that's out Monday to Friday. And if not, stay safe anyway. We shall see you bright and early Monday morning. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Goodbye.